Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Bree from With Love Bree, and today I'm just going to be doing a InLoveArts design team project share. So I received a couple more dies from them and created some things. In my last die share or project share, I used the Crate Paper Sunny Days collection. I will have that link down below in case you guys are interested, so that way you guys can see the dies I used, and I have the links to those dies as well. So for what I usually do is I show you the die and then I show you the project that I made. So I'm going to go ahead and do that again. So the first thing that I grabbed was this die right here. It is a double layered bow. So it comes with these two dies, the centerpiece and the tails. And I created 3 different kinds just to show you different ways that you can make these bows. I mean, there's going to be plenty more ways that you can create different style bows with this die. But I definitely love that it comes with 2 of these. They are the exact same size, but it just makes die cutting a lot easier. So yeah, so here's the first one. This one is a crisscross bow. So I took 2 of these here and I just crossed them up, and I just put a rhinestone in the middle, and I put the tail piece on the back. The next one that I did was similar to this one here. However, there isn't, I didn't cross it as much. So if you look, this one is like a legit X, and this one here is more kind of like on top of each other. And for this one I actually used the center, but you can definitely use a rhinestone. But that's how it looks. It's dimensional. And the tail I just left as it is. So that's how that one looks. And then the last one that I created was this one here. I just used some gold thread to create the center. So definitely you can use whatever you want for the centers. What I did with this one, so as you can see, they're just layered right on top of each other. I actually glued the tail in between the 2 layers. So I'm gonna stand up so I could kind of see here. But as you can see, the back and the front are clean. The only thing is this is a single-sided paper, so the back is white, but as you can tell, you can't see the tail here because I sandwiched it in between 2 bows. And it just adds dimension, as you can see. And then what you can do too is you can actually take the tails. If you just cut this part right here, if you just cut the, let me see if I can show you. If you just cut this top part here off, you can use the tails on the outside. So having them stick out on the sides instead of the bottom. So you can definitely do different things with this die. So that is the bow die. I'm just going to zoom in here so that way it's not too far out. And then, so the next die that I used, I ordered some larger organizing envelopes because I always had this size here, and some of my larger dies actually don't fit in here, so I have them in this envelope for now. But this is the die that I used. It's like this heart bag die, and I use that. And for that die, I made this here. And again, I used the Crate Paper Wild Heart collection. And this is how it looks. Oops. Oh man. So here's the bag. Super easy. embellishing on here. I did have a hard time embellishing this one. I have no idea why, but I don't think I like knew exactly what I wanted to do. So I had from Joann's, I got this die cut. It's a flamingo die cut, and the colors matched perfectly with the bag, so I used that. And then a sticker from the sticker sheet from the collection, and I literally had like this blue heart die cut that didn't work out for one of the projects I used for this share, so I used it in the back and then created this like crepe paper rosette. And what I did was I literally just layered it all on top of each other and added some gold thread to add some texture, and then that's how I made the embellishment. So I just made a crepe paper embellishment basically and stuck it on there. I just constructed it. Oop, I guess I didn't put hot glue on there like I wanted to. But anyway, yeah, so that's what I did there. I just kind of constructed it onto the box, but you know, if you already have pre-made embellishments, you can always use that and just stick it on the bag. I used some seam binding to put to close the box up, and you can just put goodies in here. But yeah, most of the dies that I picked up this time are packaging dies, so I'm super excited to have that. But that's that die right there. And next up is this die here. It is a box die, so you get this one here, and this is the cover. So with this die, as you can see, the box has these little like pieces here that you fold inside. So when you open the box, it's kind of like one of those, I'll show you. So here's that die. I'm just going to show you the box first. So what I did was I created a 3D bow and a little belly band to wrap around the box, just to make it look more like a present and to give it a little bit more, I guess, like dimension. However, you can, if you make the bow, you can definitely just glue it on top of the cover, but I wanted to be extra and create like a belly band. And so I just made it super simple, just created a bow, and then I just added a rhinestone on a foam dimensional, just because it is dimensional here, and I added a stitch tag where you can put the person's name or the initials of the person, and yeah, so that's how the box looks. And then you just slide it off, and you can reuse this. I mean, if you make another box with the size, definitely you can pull this off and reuse the bow. But here's the box. So here is how the cover looks. You just take it off, and as you can see, you just fold the ends in and glue it up. And then the inside, so I did it two different ways to show you. So you can choose to have the ends glued together, and I'll show you how I did that, or you can have it flap out. So you'll have all these sides open up like this, where you have, you know, those edges still there. So if you put something in here, when they open up the box, it'll just fan out. But I kind of like my boxes glued, so what I did was I just cut off, so as you guys can see here, I literally just took my scissors and I just cut that part there and just cut off this whole side. Just like that. So then you're left with this little piece here, and I just glued that to this side here, and as you guys can see, it's glued onto this flap. So you can have it like that, so that the box is constructed and it's in a way where it doesn't fan out. So you can do it that way as well. Again, I just did it like that so I can show you guys the different ways you can work with the box. So that is how that one turned out. With these dies that I have, I did go a little, I guess I went a little crazy and I kind of came up with other ways that you can use them. So I have 3 more dies. So for this one, the die that I used is this here. It's like kind of like an ice cream cone, like those waffle cones. I used that die, and this is how it looks. So as you can see, I just put a heart here, and there's a reason why I kept it so minimal. But you can definitely decorate this just like how you decorated how I decorated this box. Just do some layering. It's pretty tiny, and this is the top. They're like these circular pieces that you just tuck underneath each other, and it closes up like that. But I took it a step further and I literally created like a little cap to put onto the box. So as you can see, it looks like that. Super easy to make. It's kind of like making a box. You just have to measure the box just so that way you get the measurements right. And I just scored every 1/4 inch around it, and that's how I came up with this. I know it sounds kind of confusing, but yeah, it's pretty easy to do. I don't make videos like that because not everyone has the die, and I don't want people to watch a video and then they you know, can't make it. So what I did was I just did like a 3D like type cover because I thought it'd be really cute to have like some kind of like floral arrangement on top. So I use a lawn fawn die to create these rolled flowers, and I just made them pop up, as you guys can see. And I just put this happy sentiment from the sticker collection, or from the stickers set from the collection, and I just kind of popped it up so that way when it's laying like this, there's like a sentiment that's popping out. Just kept it simple with a heart chipboard piece from the collection. And yeah, I only have the single-sided paper, so the outside of the flowers are white, but I mean the top is still really pretty with all the colors. And normally I do like to put some kind of like glitter or diamond dust on top. I forgot to do that, but you could definitely do a lot more to this box. So that's how that one turned out. And then the next die, so that's that die. And then the next die is this one here, and this one is another box die. This one here, I created like this little container to put 4 boxes. You can definitely do more, like line them up. You can do like a 2x2, but I thought it would be really fun to have 4 lined up. And then I just did a simple like label that says Tropical Vibes using a Tim Holtz die, and just did some simple layering. So I used like a cream colored 110-pound cardstock for the box, and then I just glued pattern paper from the collection on the outside with like 1/8 of an inch border. And then here I just die cut the words Tropical Vibes, and that was with one of the pattern papers. In the background, I just used some more of that 110-pound cardstock. And then for the boxes, this is how it looks. Super cute and tiny. And I just used a small stitched heart die to decorate it. I kept it simple because I had the tulle and the cotton thread on the top, and I did not want this to get all crazy. I mean, you can do whatever you want. I kept it as simple as I could, but that's how the boxes turned out. So as you can see, I just used some of this like pink tulle. I was going to use seam binding, but I thought the tulle was really pretty. It kind of matched the toucan, I think that's what it is, the beak, and and Chris and I have already established that I'm not going to teach our daughter animals because I always like mess up geese and ducks. So, you know, he always makes fun of me for that, but we both have a list of what we both can't teach our daughter, where he's going to teach her something that I can't teach. I'm going to teach her something he can't teach. I don't know if that's how it usually is, but yeah, it's pretty funny. But anyway, so yeah, I left like that. And then the back is just plain. You know, if you want to display this or anything, at least only, you know, you won't have to worry about covering one side. But of course, you know, once this is gifted to someone, if they want to go and redecorate these and reuse them, they definitely can. But the box, I don't want to take it apart because I tied it up, which is so crazy because I have nothing in here yet, but that's because I have no one to send it mail to at the moment. But yeah, so the box is literally just open up just like a normal box. There's nothing else that you really have to do. But yeah, so that's how that turned out. And then the last die that I had from my package was this candy box die. It was so cute because I have the We Are Memory Keepers candy box punch board, but I thought this one was really pretty because it has like the little die cut here, and then it also has it's a really small size, so I was able to work with it. Here is the project that I made. So again, I went all out and I actually made a box for the boxes, or the candy boxes. So sorry for the glare, but this is how it turned out. I used 110-pound cardstock from Michael's, and then I sewed. I finally was able to use my sewing machine. Chris was like, it was like midnight, and I was like, I don't want to wake the baby up because I craft where we sleep now, for now. So I was scared it was going to wake her up, but nope, it did not wake her up. And he was like, yeah, you know, you just got to try it and see. So I was able to use it, and I was able to use pink thread. Luckily, the pink thread was already on there, and to sew the clear acetate. I just did some simple layering. I was struggling with this cover. I did not know what to do, but I had this die with these palm leaves, and so I used it with some blue glitter cardstock, and yeah. And I thought this pink was going to be too dark, but it turned out actually pretty cute. I made the box myself. I did all the measurements by myself. It's normally what I do if I want to do something like this, but yeah, so you just pull the top off. So as you can see, you can definitely make this a shaker. I've done that before. And as you guys can see, I used Nuvo drops in the transparent blue color, and I made it look like little water droplets all around the box. And then this is how the inside looks. So what I did was I was going to use these little rosette embellishments. I made these to actually put on to the candy boxes. However, they were a little too thick, so the cover was kind of popping off, not too much, but I didn't want to have to tape the cover on, so because I don't want to ruin it. So I ended up just leaving them here on the bottom, so that way whoever I gift this to, they can use those themselves. I used the bow die that I showed you first, and I used that to decorate on top, because again, I thought I was going to use it on here. And then I just used different color thread. So I used this like iridescent white one, and then a gold and white thread to wrap the centers with. And I used 2 different rosettes to make, and they're just little mini ones. And then since I couldn't put these on here, I was like, okay, what am I gonna do? So I put the word wild using my letter alpha dies to put on here, and it worked out perfect. It was the perfect size, so I was glad that worked out. But yeah, so it says wild. I was struggling figuring out a word other than love that I can put on here that kind of was tropical themed. And I looked at like the sticker, the chipboard stickers, and I said wild, and I was like, that's perfect. So yeah, that's that. And then I'll just show you guys how the candy box looks. So this is how it looks. And it has like that design all over, so you can kind of see the inside. As you can see, I didn't put anything in here, so I already wrapped them up, so I'm gonna have to cut it and rewrap it, which is fine. But I use like scrubby cotton. If you guys know what scrubby cotton is, you can get it at Michael's or Joann's. But yeah, I use that, and it's super super easy to put together. Sometimes the like little like outer pieces here on the top, they like to cave in, so you kind of have to play with it before you put it, tie these together, because then your box won't look all fluffy like this. It'll actually look like it's sucking itself in. But yeah, so that is that. And then you just cover it back up. And I made a box to where it could fit 4. I think that was like the perfect size to work with an 8.5 by 11 piece of cardstock. So yeah, that's how that turned out. And if you guys are interested, I will have photos on my Instagram of the projects that I created with these dies. So definitely check that out. I'll have it linked down below on my link tree. So if you click on my link tree, you'll find the link to my Instagram. But I hope you guys enjoyed seeing the projects I created with the dies and with the Wild Heart collection. I'm hoping to have my videos edited. I do have a couple of process videos of me creating some embellishments, so hopefully I can get that edited and out. But yeah, that's all for my video today. Hope you guys have a great day, whatever day it is that you guys are watching this. I will have the links to each of these dies linked down below, as well as the website. So if you guys are interested, check the description box. I have all my links down there. Hope you guys have a great day, and I will talk to you guys in my next video. Bye.